Okay, so we've done Walmart, we've done Home Goods, we've done Target, and now you asked for it. We're doing keto at Aldi. You know you want to watch it. Okay, you guys, Aldi is famous for being super affordable, and what's really interesting about the store is that it's a lot of sort of dupes for other more mainstream products. So it's just fascinating to me to see very similar like labeling, but not quite the exact same products. So not only do we go over those things and some great ways to get very comparable, commonly loved keto products for a cheaper price point, but also what things to avoid, things that are marketed as keto that are not. This is a really informative video because Aldi does have a lot of specialty keto items that I do want to go over with you. Before we get started, give this video a like and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and make sure you get the little notification bell selected so that anytime I make a new video, you get you get the tea on that. They just go, hi, she made a video, do you care? All right, let's get in the car. Here we are, we're starting with the Trident Nitro Cold Brew with MCT oil. The ingredients for this Trident brand coffee are pretty good. I didn't think that for the taste it was like anything monumental, but it's nice to have on hand if you like cold brew and you don't want to make it yourself, or you don't want to go over to Starbucks. But in my personal opinion, there's no comparison between the Starbucks Nitro and this. But for $2.99, and you can have it at home whenever you want, not a bad price, a little bit cheaper than Starbucks. However, I feel like Aldi really shines with the cost of their berries, which are keto, approved. $1.18 or whatever it was for this thing of blackberries. I mean, that's pretty much unheard of. $1.19, sorry. I thought that was pretty amazing. Now, the spinach artichoke stuffed mushrooms has pretty clean ingredients. The only thing that's a little bit, potentially sketchy is potato starch, but it's way down on the list. Otherwise, I think it's pretty clean, and for 8 net carbs for the entire package, not horrible if you like mushrooms and you can make it fit. Pretty tasty and easy, especially for Super Bowl, something like that. Here we have the, proposed low-carb tortilla options here. I am a huge hater, what's the right word, of things like this. I mean, look at the ingredients list. Whole wheat flour is the second real ingredient here. And I just think that when the dietary fiber is 3/4 of the amount of the total carbohydrate, you guys, it's usually not a good idea. It will make you stall majorly. It will make you have potential gastrointestinal distress. And if you're trying to lose weight on the keto diet, I just don't recommend using things like this. You will be shocked at how much weight you will lose when you get these out of your diet. I tell my clients this all the time. This also applies to that famous zero carb Aldi bread. I got news for you. There's no such thing as a bread that's zero carbs. It gives you an artificially inflated sense of security and you'll end up gaining weight, I promise you. Stay away. Usually if it's too good to be true, or it tastes like bread, or it's made from wheat, it's because it's real bread, y'all. So don't be a fool to marketing. This is why I do these videos in the first place, to help you, because if you're wondering and thinking you're doing everything right, maybe you're not. So I'm here to help. Now we have these Parmesan cheese crisps. I was talking about this in my shop at Home Goods video, the difference between different flavors and how they can have an effect on the carb count. So here with the cheddar ones, it's 7 grams of total carbs. But then you look at the Parmesan ones and hello, it's so different, only 3. It makes a huge difference. So just because you look at one variety of something, don't discount the rest, and vice versa. Just because the Parmesan ones are good doesn't mean the cheddar ones are, etc. Use this tip. Okay, I profiled these little crackers on my Instagram. Go follow me on Instagram if you do not already, Samantha Souza Official. But these are just so deceptive. They look like they're going to be a lower carb option, right? Or at least a very healthier option compared to cheeses, which is what they are, packaged right next to. But cauliflower flour, okay, whole grain rice flour automatically, ruins everything. 9 times out of 10, when they package a cauliflower item, it comes with rice flour, in which case they're totally missing the point of making it low carb. If you're just trying to sneak veggies in, okay, there's actually less carbs in a Cheez-It than there are in these cauliflower crackers. And yes, it says 27 crackers compared to 44, but the gram of cracker is pretty much the same. So it's a weight for weight direct comparison, and it's just a testament to how tricky marketing can be. And just because it's cauliflower doesn't mean it's low carb. I'd rather just have the Cheez-Its. I don't know about you. All right, moving on to jerkies and biltongs, etc. They have a great selection here at Aldi. This original, unseasoned plain beef biltong has extremely clean ingredients, beef, vinegar, and salt, basically. And it's a great source of protein if that's a hard thing for you. It tends not to be on keto. If anything, people are overdoing it on protein. But when in doubt, when something is teriyaki, avoid. It's going to have lots of sugar, raisin concentrate, but even this one's not too bad, you guys. I was really impressed. Then we have some other options here. This is a grass-fed pepper beef jerky, which I thought was pretty exciting. Looks like it's going to be super clean, but 6 grams of carbs, and the second ingredient is sugar. So even though it's grass-fed, which is exciting, we're not going to go that route. That's why it's really important to look at the ingredients, not just go off with the front, because you really don't know. These look like a Chompy's dupe, like a Chompy's wannabe. The ingredients were extremely clean here, and it even has a collagen beef casing. So I thought for a Chompy's dupe, these looked bomb.com. Again, it's not hard to find quality items with zero sugar nowadays. Sometimes I like to get some unsweetened non-dairy milk just so I can have a milk alternative that isn't very caloric. Sometimes heavy cream or half and half can really add up, and you still need something milk-like. So I like to have it on hand for items or recipes that require something like that. They have some pretty decent prices here, but they were out of the unsweetened original, but I did find the unsweetened vanilla. Very exciting, and I think this was like only $2, which is great. It was a fairly clean almond milk too. It's hard to find some that don't have carrageenan in it. Be on the lookout for that if you're really a stickler, but if you really don't care about that, then don't worry. They also have a pretty decent price on heavy whipping cream. $3.69 for a giant container like this is a pretty good price. Not like astronomical savings or anything, but it is a good price. Now this I truly didn't get. 3 times the protein with cream cheese spread. Okay, how do you get 3 times the protein? Let's figure that out, shall we? Oh, they just literally put whey protein powder into the cream cheese. What? This makes no sense to me. So I just think, it's already hard enough to get your fats in without having more protein in the keto diet. Just go for the normal whipped cream cheese. I always like whipped. I feel like it's a better texture. I feel like I don't end up overeating it. I just think it's more palatable. Here was one of my favorite finds. Their Countryside Creamery Pure Irish Butter is basically a Kerrygold dupe. It's still $2.99, so I think Kerrygold is like $3 or $4.99 depending on where you buy it. I like buying Kerrygold at Costco, but you best believe I picked up a couple of bricks of this bad boy. It's a product of Ireland. It says imported from Ireland, so for the cost, and especially if you're already saving money by shopping at Aldi in general, this is a winner chicken dinner find. They have all different sorts of sausages and bacon. Make sure when you're looking for products like this that you are avoiding those with added sugars, and try and get uncured if you can. They certainly have options. Now I spy a bar that says it's keto, which means it's probably not. And of course the one I grab is not the keto one. Alright, so strawberry nut keto friendly keto bar from Elevation, which is that Aldi brand. Let's take a look at the ingredients list. Alright, we got peanuts, tapioca fiber syrup. That's already to me a no-no there. That's gonna have a lot of people stalling out. Maybe you can make it work. We already also have inulin in here. Erythritol is fine. It seems clean, but it's going to depend on if you are the type of person who reacts to tapioca fiber syrup or not. I have clients who do fine with it, and then I have those who cannot touch it with a 10-foot pole. So be aware, give it a try. If you are the type of person who stalls when eating something like this, take this out and then see if you lose the next week, then you'll know. Then I spy some delicious cheese stuffed olives, which I think make a great snack. White cheddar cheese, feta cheese, stuffed olives. My, oh my, jalapeno. These are yummy, yummy winter wear chicken dinner snacks for when you're just peckish. And they're even higher in fat than just a traditional olive because of the cheese. They also have some of these seaweed snacks. These are not my favorite things, but for 99 cents, if you're missing chips, give it a try. Some people love them, some people hate them. Just be mindful of the ingredients, that they're not seasoned with anything that is not A-okay. Again, not my favorite thing, but if you like them, this is a good price for them. They have an insanely cheap price, 44 cents on avocados. I will say these weren't the best avocados I ever had. I did pick some up, but it might just be by chance that happened. We also have a good selection of nuts, and holy moly, this might seem like a winner, $8.49 for a bag of macadamias, but maltodextrin, what? Why? Makes no sense. This isn't where I would buy macadamia nuts, you guys. What a bummer. There's no need for that. Why do they need to make that an ingredient? Goodbye. To me, this is where Aldi really shines. Their cured meats, cheeses, antipasti sort of area. Oh, I wanted this to work. Crab rangoon dip. It should, in theory, be just like crab and cream cheese, but oh my goodness, the ingredients list. Guys, I'm so sorry about my shaking hands. Sometimes that happens. No, there's like wheat starch as like the third ingredient. This is no-go. Whenever you're buying a dip, you really need to be discriminatory at the ingredients list, because they will fill something that should just be very clean cut. You know, I'm making buffalo chicken dip today for the Super Bowl. It should be clean, but sometimes they will just put all sorts of weird stuff in there. So just be mindful. Bought this camembert because it's very rare to see camembert, not just brie, and it was only $2.99, $3.99. Where did I get this? And it was amazing. But here we go. This is a direct dupe of the Kerrygold cheddar cheese. You guys, this was so good, and it's such a good price. It didn't say it was a product of Ireland like the butter did. It was so tasty and exact dupe. If you're somebody who likes these cheddar, tortillas, my mom and dad use these for tortillas, for tacos and things like that. They love them. This is a pretty decent price. You can also pick these up at Costco. And the ingredients are really clean. You got milk, salt, enzymes. I really like these. You just got to be careful that you're not eating things that are too hot in them. If you're going to do it at all, I would make sure that you layer it with like a lettuce wrap or something so that you don't have to melt it with your hot items if you're making tacos. This uncured Black Forest ham has sugar in it, so just because it's uncured doesn't mean it's clean. Just be careful. I was trying to look for the turkey and I couldn't find it. Found it. It still had sugar in it, even though it didn't advertise as honey or anything like that. If you're not as strict and you are into pastrami, I've seen things like this at the grocery store for like $10.99, $9.99. The ingredients are, it says sugar and spices at the very end, but if you're not that strict, this is a great deal at $5.99. Hey, look, Too Good yogurts. This is a pretty decent price. I don't know what substantial savings this is really. It's okay. But just the fact that they have Too Good at Aldi is a win for sure, because this is an amazing yogurt. So definitely putting that in the cart. Ooh, Good Love and Bar organic keto bars. Let's check these out. I love when things say keto in giant letters and then they tend not to be. But this actually looked pretty clean. Pea protein can affect different people differently, but overall monk fruit, the ingredients are very clean. Let's take a look at the macros here. 9.5. All right, it's 4 grams of carbs, and it's coming from whole foods, not from added proteins. So I think that's going to be okay. Oh, here's that churro keto latte. This is just slightly different because it has cinnamon in it. Otherwise, it's the same as the other one. I don't know if just adding cinnamon to something automatically makes it a churro latte, but it was okay. Honestly, I don't think that these are my jam, but if you're into prepackaged coffee, you want to have it at home. But hello, $4.99 for a bacon wrapped beef tenderloin, 2 of them. Whew, there's a lot of talk about Aldi meat being horse. That's a case from a UK arbitration that never made its way here. Trader Joe's and Aldi source their beef from the same place. So if you trust Trader Joe's, you should trust Aldi. That's all I'm saying. $2.99 a pound for 80/20 ground beef. That ends up being $7 for this package. That is an amazing, amazing deal. Product of the US, so it can be trusted. Further looking at the beef selection, are we seeing this? $6.99 for a whole boneless beef tenderloin. I did a TikTok about just butchering this up and making little filet mignons. And yes, I'm aware that the whole tenderloin is not the filet mignon, but you know what I'm saying, little beef tenderloin pieces. This is great. Also, if you want to make a keto version of a Wellington, I'm working on that recipe currently, but this is an insane deal for a whole tenderloin. Now this caught my eye, this grass-fed organic ground beef. I just think it's funny that it's a product of Australia, Uruguay, and or the US. But all right, no added growth hormones, no antibiotics, 85/15 is not bad. And this was actually for sale for $4.99. I know where it says $5.99, but if you actually look at the correct label, it was on sale for $4.99, which for grass-fed ground beef. It doesn't say if it's grass-finished though, so that remains to be seen. Here we have another cauliflower crust marketing scam. Oh, get this cauliflower crust made with real cauliflower. It'll be low carb, it's healthier, good source of protein, no added sugar. Made in Italy is impressive, I'll say that. But looking at this ingredients list, oh, there it is. Corn, potato, rice, flour, all as the second real ingredient. The entire pizza is 71 grams of carbs. It's just insanity, you guys. So silly. I wanted to compare it to a regular pizza and see what are the macros for this guy. Let's just see, because we did the Cheez-It comparison earlier. Oh, okay. It's 37 grams of carbs for 1/3 of the pizza. What was 1/3 of the pizza for the margarita? Let's validate this. Okay, 1/3 of the pizza was 24, so it's a slight improvement, if anything. A slight improvement. I just don't think it's worth it, honestly. Not worth it to me. Okay, and now we have the keto ice cream from Aldi. It's 5 net carbs for the pint at nearly 700 calories for the whole thing. That is not out of the question compared to other keto ice creams out there. I just found some of these ingredients to be a little suspect and a little less clean than some other keto options out on the market. It's not going to be my first choice just ingredient wise, so I didn't pick this up just because there are so many others out there I prefer. I have full taste tests of Rebel and Enlightened on my channel, go check those out, but for $3.99 that price is pretty hard to beat. And if you find that you're not very sensitive to products like this, then give it a try. Oh man, don't you just love when something says low carb? They're trying to get you another, marketing ploy. I have used these in the past and I lost weight using them the first time I ever did keto like 10 years ago, but now I can't. I mean, honey's in the ingredients, cellulose fiber, enriched wheat. If you find yourself stalling, eliminate these from your diet. If you're doing keto for the first time and you're dropping weight like crazy, I got news for you. If you ever stop doing keto and start doing it again, it's going to be really disappointing when you keep eating those and then realizing that you're not losing because now you're metabolically resistant. It works really well the first time around, you guys, but the second go around, I promise you. So if you're eating something like this, like I said earlier, just eliminate it and you will see your weight start to drop. Okay, we have ghee for $6.39. I've been finding ghee at Home Goods lately. I don't know if that's weird for you or not. Go check out my Keto at Home Goods video, but I think it was around this price. Avocado oil, make sure whenever you buy an oil, you're buying it in a dark bottle, you guys. If the bottle is see-through or light, that is a no-go. If you're somebody who's not averse to sesame oil, it does have a lot of health benefits actually. $2.49 is a decent price for that as well. We also have a whole big old bag that was on sale of pecans. $3.99, you guys, for that bag of pecans. That's an amazing, amazing price. Who says pecans and who says pecans? I say pecans, obviously. Flaxseed is never terribly expensive, but dang, $2.29. This is a great place to come for these types of, pantry items. Let's check out this stevia. In my Keto at Walmart video, we went pretty in depth in the different types of sweeteners. This one seems okay. It's cut with erythritol. I don't know what natural flavors means. You guys know I hate when labels say that because it's just the government's way of not having to disclose what's in an item. But there's pretty decent prices here for almond flour and things of that nature. Okay, here we have some chili with no beans, so it must just be a bunch of meat in a can, right? That seems like it's going to be okay on keto. Cacao, what? Textured soy flour, oatmeal. We're going to go with a big fat no. Corn flour, sugar, also 32 grams of carbs in this entire little can. If you're into sardines and other canned fish, this is a great place to pick that up. Not that those are ever terribly expensive anyway, but they're a great way to get some quality omega-3s. Don't ever buy tuna in oil, however. I know that seems like the right thing to do, but it's never a quality oil. It's always a vegetable oil, which is definitely not heart healthy. You do not want to be using this. No, 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 no. Just get it in water, and then you can add your own quality fat to any sort of salad that you make. Ooh, we have a good deal on bone broth here, which is exciting. Not any weird nefarious ingredients, which is great. Bone broth is amazing to get protein in, but just be aware that most people on the keto diet tend to eat too much protein, so be advised not to overdo it there. I hope you enjoyed this Keto at Aldi video. Let me know where I should go next. I've heard Trader Joe's, which might be my next option. And let me know what you found interesting about this video. Hopefully you were enlightened by some commonly used products or advertised products that are really misleading and you don't get duped by them. Be sure to check out some of my other Shop With Me videos if you haven't already. We have home goods, which is a shocker because I didn't even know that I was going to be filming that until I saw all of these products. Target, Walmart, go check them out. If you like this one, you'll like those ones too. All right, that does it. I'm gonna leave you all to it. Get on with your lives. I'll see you next time on my channel. Bye.